Warm greetings from the High 10. Thanks for joining me. It is the witching hour in the High 10. And I jumped back on. I'm sorry I'm late with the said information. Excuse me. But this will be a very interesting live. This will be a live unlike any live you have ever heard on YouTube. And yes, the Queen will be tooting her own horn during this live. And there have been a lot of rumors pertaining to the children missing out of California City. There have been many rumors pertaining to the bio mother, Dean. There have been many rumors pertaining to Trezell and Jacqueline West, Wanda West, Jamal Watkins. The Queen has the tea for you all tonight. That is why I'm late jumping back on. I just got a phone call out of California to bring you all of the tea pertaining to these people. All the lies that you have been told pertaining to Ryan Dean, I will now reveal the said information to all of you in the chat because you are due that now. You have been bamboozled, hoodwinked by the bio mother. And I stand on the source this morning. I stand on this source. I cannot reveal the source who brought me the information, but they didn't flinch one time in the said information. There's so much I have to bring to you. I wanted to write everything down because I thought I didn't want to forget anything, because you will be floored by what I have to tell you today. The pictures that you have seen uploaded on a YouTuber's channel last night is not one of the children. It has been verified by my source that it is another foster child. All foster children that came into the custody of Trezell and Jacqueline West were returned to CPS. Ryan Dean never had a medical card beforehand. That was a lie. She ascertained that after losing custody of her children. Her older children have been taken into custody by the fathers when all this shit jumped off with those babies. Are you listening to what the Queen is saying to you? The first child was fractured. His leg was fractured. The femur is one of the strongest bones in the body. The child was too young to have jumped, crawled, fell down. It was one of her male friends who fractured the leg of the child. She left the child into the custody of one of her male friends, one of her lovers. Where are the Bio family speaking out at? Y'all just listen to what I'm saying to you. Don't ask no questions. Just listen to what the Queen's trying to tell you. You have been lied to by the bio mother. Ryan Dean has lied to all of you about what the fuck happened to those kids. The first child's leg was fractured by a male. She was ordered not to have that said male around her children, and she continued to have that person around the child. There was no medical weed card, as you all have been told on social media. That is a lie. She ascertained that card allegedly after the fact when the children were taken away from her. She had 2 years to comply with CPS to get her children back, and she kept continuously failing the drug tests administered by CPS to get her children back. The first child leg was fractured by a male friend. It was told to her to not be around that said person, and she continued to be around that said person. Then she gets pregnant with baby number 2. The baby lungs were not functioning at full capacity, and weed was in the child's system. which led CPS to be called 2 times to intervene in this case, which she already had an open investigation with child number 1 with the fractured leg. So, situation number 2, the baby is not functioning. Marijuana has been detected in the child's system. Ryan Dean did not have a medical card when the second child was born. You have been lied to. I stand on my source because the source is close to everybody involved. You have been bamboozled. You have been hoodwinked by Ryan Dean. I tried not to go hard on her because many of you wanted to ignore the fact that the children were taken out of her custody and vanished by the West family. But what I had been saying to you all from day one when I covered this story, I said you always start at the beginning of a story. You cannot ignore the fact that the children were taken from this woman, but some of you wanted to argue and cry. Oh, it ain't got nothing to do with it. Oh, it ain't got nothing to do with it. Use a motherfucking lie. It's got every damn thing to do with it. It's got everything to do with it. She couldn't stop smoking weed. That is why the second child was not with her. The children never went to a sister house. That is a lie that you heard on social media. The children went to that lady's house. And it was told to me that the social workers do get switched up on the cases. No super chats during the live, please. If you want to cash out the queen, donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129. No super chats, please. The children were taken. Child number 1 with the cracked femur bone taken to foster home number 1 with the woman. Allegedly, there is no bias decision made by CPS why the child was taken out of that lady's house. This person verifies to me it is a normal thing for them to switch workers, as so the worker does not get personally involved in the case. This person is a professional. They is not a okey doke. They are not a Pookie or Ray Ray that brings me this information. Somebody that knows everybody in this situation. Has full knowledge of Ryan Dean, Trezell West, Jacqueline, his mother, brothers. Oh yeah. They made sure to find the queen on YouTube. And they trusted the queen with the said information. And I respect this person for coming to the queen. And I let them know that I will never reveal who they are. And I stand on what they're saying to me. I stand on what they said to me. Because they could have reached out to anybody on YouTube, but they did not. Because they watched YouTube first. Yeah, I'm tooting my own horn. They've been in the chat the whole time, listening at you all talk. You never knew who they were. 2 children taken out of her custody. 1 for a cracked femur, told not to have that said male around her children. She continued to have the child around. Somebody told it. The 2 oldest children, you all been asking about why they didn't get taken by the state. The fathers took each individual child away from Ryan Dean. Ryan Dean does not have her 2 oldest children. When they got wind of the fractured femur, And the second situation with the baby on the marijuana, he was a premature baby. Baby number 2, both baby daddies got their children. Ryan Dean does not have custody of her 2 older children, and she lost custody of the last 2. And my understanding, this person does not think there were any improprieties on behalf of CPS pertaining to her children. Ryan Dean got her own damn kids gone, not CPS. Oh, did I tell you that the doctor saw older bruises on the baby number 1? But I told you all that, but you wouldn't listen to the queen. You wouldn't listen to the queen when I told you. You were too busy tripping and flipping about CPS. I told you from the beginning it was the doctor that signed off on the children being taken, but you wouldn't listen because you act like the queen don't know nothing. I didn't get to be 50 by accident. I told you all that weeks ago. The doctor signed off on the children, the first child being taken. And I also told you that I bet you he saw other bruises and damage to the child, and this person verifies that yes, he did. Fine bruising on the baby's leg, which indicates he had been abused before she took him into the hospital. Shut your mouth. Wanda West has no bearing on the adoption of the said children. It is believed she was already gone out of CPS office as a worker when the children were legally adopted by Trezell and Jacqueline West. They both adopted those kids. Stop listening to the lies. Stop listening to the lies. I've been told y'all. That's why I never let you come over here to the everyday shenanigans with that buffoonery and the he said and the she said, because I already knew that shit you've been listening to were lies. But some of you can't tell y'all a damn thing because you know every damn thing. That's right. Thank you, Queen. Abuse had been going on with baby number 1. There was bruising on his leg. So he has been abused before Ryan Dean brought him to the hospital. I told you all that. How do you know that the child had not been abused beforehand? But Queen don't know what she's talking about. I'm just a dodo bird. Trezell is a drinker. He has PTSD. The person believes he murdered the children. Got drunk, got high, got whatever, and snuffed out both babies. It has also been rumored that the oldest child is deaf, but this source tells me, no ma'am. That's a lie too. Shut your mouth. I said, well, wait a minute. The baby mama said on Facebook that the child was going to school learning sign language. This person says, no ma'am. Ain't no baby deaf. So Ryan Dean, why would you make that lie up about your babies being deaf? What the fuck? You hearing it live in the AM on Everyday Shenanigans. Ryan Dean, why don't you tell everybody in the chat in California and around the world that you've been partying after the fact when your children went missing? You still been smoking and partying and doing the queen. Oh, my source is so reliable, baby. If only y'all knew who it was. If only you knew who it was. But I will never reveal who it is. But I believe every motherfucking thing that they said. Because they real close in this shit. And just believe the queen when she says they are very close. This is not no random person. I look them eye to eye like I'm looking in this device right now, and I believe everything that the person had to say. You have been lied to by the bio mother. She has been partying still, doing what she wanted to do. She did not comply with CPS. She continued to get high on drugs. That is the reason why she lost both her children. The first incident was because of a fractured leg and a man that she kept hanging around with that they told her to remove herself from. She kept letting that person come around her motherfucking baby. Baby number 2 had lungs not functioning at a full capacity, and he was premature. So they took him, Johnny, on the spot. The baby was in the hospital. So yes, Rondine, the only thing that you did tell the truth was the first baby you had up until 3 months. Yes, ma'am. That's one thing you did tell the truth, and the source verified that. The source verified that baby number 1 you had up until 3 months. But what you failed to tell the classroom is that you couldn't put down the blunt. And that was what was in your baby system, baby number 2. While your baby was a premature baby, because you like to smoke a whole lot. A whole lot. And you didn't have no motherfucking weed card until after the fact. And the source verifies that in Bakersfield, you can get that fucking card for $20 from your doctor. Oh, yes. I'm jiggy tonight. Go look it up. I'm not explaining nothing in this live. I'm not explaining nothing in this live. Trezell and Jacqueline got those kids the way most people get their foster children. Every foster child allegedly that came through the hands of Jacqueline and Trezell West have been properly returned to CPS, except for these last 2 babies. The source believes that Trezell murdered the children. Quit playing. He has been a mean motherfucker, is what was told to me. Nasty attitude. And we've already heard that already on social media. So they're not shocked that the children are missing. They do not believe there's human trafficking. They do not believe the children are placed anywhere. They want it to be known, yes, them babies are dead. You see, I've been told y'all to listen to what's been given to you, but you would not listen. You keep crying and moaning about all this other stuff that these stupid motherfuckers were trying to bring to you because some of you won't listen. I told you, everything you need to know is right in front of you. It's been there from day one, but you would not listen. You're too busy wanting to, where the babies? Where the babies? Where the babies? You can't find out where the babies are because ain't nobody gonna tell you that. I've been told you. Everything you need to know has already been told to you, but you wouldn't listen. And you like to get on the channel and argue. He said this. She said this. They over here. They doing this. Man, come on. Come on with all that. These people been lying to you. That girl been lying to y'all. Go fund me. Well, hope you ain't been giving that motherfucker none of your money. Hope y'all ain't been giving Rondine your money. Because you just then gave your money to the weed fund. I said it. This person knows for sure she's still getting high on weed, partying, and this is after the children went missing. They told me she was jiggy on New Year's Eve. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Y'all better stay woke. I ain't never tried to steer you wrong. What I've always told you all is to think for yourself. Don't believe everything that you hear. Don't believe that shit you've been hearing on social media. Don't believe that shit on them YouTube channels. Because don't you think it's awfully funny This person been laying in a cut watching the scene unfold from day one, and they didn't go to one YouTuber to tell what they knew. They came to the queen. They came to the queen. Because they were watching everybody's content on their channel. And I thank you, man. I thank you for trusting me with the information. I thank you. I have the utmost respect for you. I have the utmost respect for the source. I told you all there was more to this story than CPS. And you all have talked about CPS like a dog. They selling kids. They doing this. They trafficking. This person said, They want them people to keep their kids. They want them to keep their kids. They prefer the family keeps their kids. She had 2 years to keep her kids, but she refused to put the blunt down, and that's why her kids got to the West house. There was no sister taking care of the kids. So whoever told you that her sister had the children, that's a lie. They went straight from Ryan Dean to that lady you saw in that damn news coverage standing beside her, turning her head like she didn't want to be seen. And this person does not believe that there were any improprieties between CPS and Ryan Dean and that lady. She said it is often that social workers interchange working a case. And I also asked her, did Ryan Dean reach out to CPS when the children were taken and took to the West house? She said no, she did not reach out, period. So she's sitting here on social media crying that bullshit about haircuts and how they look, malnourished. You did that to yourself, Ryan Dean. You did that to yourself. See, this is why I told y'all, I don't knock the police. I don't knock CPS because I'm not there. And if I am not a witness to see the interaction between CPS and the parents, I'm not getting ready to go ride or die and say, them people are crooked. They're human trafficking. Yeah, there's going to always be somebody that may be doing something they ain't got no business. That's life. But let me tell you about Wanda West. Oh, yeah. I'm going to dust my motherfucking shoulder off. Wanda West. I know about you and your friends at CPS fostering children for profit. Yeah, that source told it all. You and a lady by the name of Miss Articia and Dora. You didn't think I'd find out? My phone been busy tonight. You fostering children for that paper. Y'all didn't know Wanda West still taking kids. So maybe that YouTuber who pretended that he had a lost dog the other night really saw what he thought he saw. And he thought he saw some kids in the yard the other night with a Mexican and some other men. Damn, Wanda, really? No thanks. Yes, Lord. If we are to believe that YouTuber, who were those children standing out there in the yard? This source says Wanda is a foster mother. Her and other co-workers took in children. This person also says that Wanda West is janky. She is not to be trusted. It is also stated that Wanda, you did not have a good relationship with Trezell while he was growing up. That's why the fuck he's got a fucked up ass attitude and possibly why he murdered them motherfucking kids. Because you didn't raise Trezell right. Yeah, honey. This birdie was singing just now. That's why your son got a fucked up attitude. He murdered them fucking kids. That's why the chief can't tell us shit. The kid's dead, man. Quit playing. Ain't no fucking human trafficking. Y'all better stay fucking woke out there. The motherfuckers killed them kids. My source thinks the kids are dead. This source knows everybody I just mentioned. And I cannot ever reveal to you how close the source is, but know that they in there deep. Ain't no outsider. Ain't no outsider, he said, she said. And trust the queen, because you know I would not let anybody get in my ear. Because I haven't done it since I've been on YouTube, and I haven't done it since I started talking about this case. And I told you all not to keep listening, stop listening to gossip and rumors and shit these motherfuckers bringing to you without a fucking receipt. Everybody doing all this old stupid shit for views and all that. Man, come on with all that. Come on with all that. You've been bamboozled. That's why I never argue with some of you that jump on my channel with your comments. Because I knew better. I knew better. I've always had the gift of discernment. I was told that by my auntie, and I told you all about that in the winter of 95. She told me, oh, you know things. You sense things. You've been doing it ever since you was a kid. And I agreed with her. I agreed with her. And I knew the moment I heard them talk, they had got those kids missing. I didn't need nobody to show me nothing. I didn't need nobody to tell me nothing. Because, see, I'm the type of queen, I don't believe in Illuminati. I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I don't get down with all that crazy stuff. I ain't going to say that there's no such thing as human trafficking. But I do know the stats of people who kill their own damn kids. And I keeps it 100. The feds will tell you that. That a lot of these cases, it ain't got a damn thing to do with no human trafficking. It ain't got nothing to do with no motherfucking Martians landing in the desert. The people who took care of them got their kids missing. Real talk. Real talk. Some of you were so adamant. Don't talk about the bio mama. Don't talk about it. Ain't got nothing to do with that. But what did I tell you all? Had you never heard of the West and you heard that baby leg was fractured, you would have been talking shit about Ryan Dean. The first thing you would have said, oh, what? Oh, how she let somebody hurt her baby? Oh my God. Oh, how they fracture a baby leg? Baby couldn't even walk. Baby couldn't even walk. How the fuck you gonna mess with a baby leg? How the baby gonna mess their own leg up that can't even walk? But, can't tell y'all nothing. Y'all know everything. Like I told the person, broke leg, fractured leg, it's all the same to me. The baby, he a baby. It's a baby. How the hell you gonna get a femur fractured? Because somebody was pushing, yanking, stomping on a baby. Some nigga you fuck with fucked up your kid. That's why you ain't got your kid. Yeah, Queen gonna keep it real. And if you don't like my language, remove yourself. Because I don't owe nobody nothing on this YouTube. I don't owe nobody nothing. Because when it comes to them kids, I'm straight gutter. I take all my formal education from Catholic school to a university. I'm straight street when it comes to them damn kids. That bitch been lying to y'all about the motherfucking kids, posting all that shit to Facebook, taking shit off of Facebook. Y'all been saying it. Why she take us post down off of Facebook? She took stuff down because she didn't want you to know who the real Ryan Dean is. But can't nobody tell you nothing because you think you know everybody. You think you know folks. You don't know nobody. Been telling y'all that from the beginning. We are all flawed. We are all human. We all make mistakes. We all fuck up. But these are babies. These are babies. These people been hustling children for a hustle. I knew that from day one. These people live in the most expensive state in the union. I've been telling y'all that. California is top shelf. You need mad paper to live in California. So these people have been hustling foster care children to pocket their bank account. Wanda West, your friend Dora, your friend Artesia. Ooh, you mad. Queen know all them names. Now come for the queen. Come for the queen. Come for the queen. Love you too, baby. That's why the chief kept trying to tell y'all he ain't need to go look out in the desert. He don't need to go look over here or over there. Y'all wouldn't listen. He told you. What am I going to go over there for if I think this is the last place they were? Nobody would listen. Bottom of the barrel, yes, Lord. When I say I could kiss this person that came to the queen, I could kiss this person that came to the queen. They've been watching me all this time, and they trusted me with this information. And naturally, I could never reveal who they are because I don't want nothing happening to this person. Nothing. I don't want nothing happening to this person. And I believe every damn thing that they told me. I believe every damn thing that they told me. Because they right in there. Like I told you. If you knew who it was, you'd be like, oh yeah, they ain't got no reason to make all this up. I don't know, baby. I don't know. How you doing, Miss Langston? I don't know why somebody lied about that. I made sure to ask that person at least 2 times, are you sure what you're saying to me about the baby being deaf? I said, because that's a hell of an accusation to put on your own kid. Why would somebody lie about their kid being deaf? And this person said, no, that boy was not deaf. And I said, are you sure? And they were like, I'm telling you, baby ain't deaf. So I said, well, what? She put it on Facebook. She said some lady was teaching them sign language. So what are you saying? Man. Child, bye. Rondine, a lot of people believed in you. A lot of people probably still going to believe in you after they watch my video. It doesn't matter to me. They're going to probably come for me. They're probably going to leave a lot of nasty comments. I don't really care because as I tell you, I sleep good in the high 10. I don't have anything invested. I don't know the people personally in Cal City, Bakersfield. I just saw the story and I ran with it. So it doesn't really matter. All I wanted was for the children to be found. That's my spirit. That's my discerning spirit. I wanted the children to be found. I want the children to be found either way, whether they are alive or they are deceased. I want them children to be found because nobody has the right to be handed off like trash or for subversive reasons, devious reasons, and or to be deceased. But you all have been lied to. You have been lied to by the biological mother. She has lied to you all, and it's time that you know the truth, that she has lied to you. And I do not believe this person is lying to me because really they don't have no reason to make this shit up. Because trust me, they're more invested than you know. And I'm going to leave it at that. They don't know where the children are buried. They just do believe that Trezell murdered the children. I asked them that before I got off the phone. If they think that, what I asked them is, where do you think the children are? Where do you think the children are? And I asked them that. Do you think he killed the kids? And the person says yes, because of his temper. That he's always had a temper. And he has not had a good relation with Wanda West. So while y'all see him crawling up out of the dust, out that dusty ass house, him and Mama ain't all that. So guess what? For you trolls, I'm going to beat you to the punch. You need not go fix another dummy account and jump on my channel and comment or get in the chat, because I'm not interested. No, they did not say how long they think the children were missing. I didn't ask that. I had so many questions, child. I had so much to try to ask and get out so I could jump on here and go live with you all to bring you all the said information, because I promised you all I would come back. I did not even know that this person was ever going to respond. I was questioned this person earlier in the day, and they're just now responding because naturally they have a real fucking job. Unlike them two dusty motherfuckers that got the kids gone, this person has a real job, so that's why they didn't respond to me earlier. They have a real job out there in California. And I want to thank you. Oh, Lord, I want to thank you, honey. God bless you. God bless you. Because you wanted the truth to be known. Because you said you were tired of the rumors. You were tired of people wondering what the hell is going on. You were tired of seeing all these fake ass stories on YouTube channels. You wanted the story to be known. So I brought it to you. And if you don't want to believe what I'm saying, that's cool. I get it. But I believe this person. Because they've been sitting by watching the story unfold for 7 weeks. And they've never called one YouTuber or called anybody to give their opinion. So that's a long time to sit on information and never say a word. They have been watching me. And I want to thank you for trusting me. I want to thank you. Because I feel like the public has every right to know that they have been lied to and they have been bamboozled by Ryan Dean. So if you all still want to sit back and talk that shit about she don't count, what happened with her and the kids don't matter, yeah, all right, cool. How about this? Had the baby mama picked better people to hang around and lay off the weed, Classic and Sincere be alive today. Yeah, I see it. Y'all don't want to accept the truth. You want to say, well, the West had the kids. That's all that matters. But you got to remember, everybody had a start. We all had to start from somewhere. Your start is what grounds you. It's what gives you life. It's what gives you hope. It's the person that brought you here. What you don't understand about that? You gotta have hope. What are you without hope? Damn. Had this motherfucking crazy ass heifer picked better people to be around her kids, we wouldn't even be on YouTube talking about these kids. And what Trezell and Jacqueline decide to do down the road with some other foster kids, hey, we had no control over that. But these two babies wouldn't be the subject. I'm trying to remember, make sure I told you everything that you need to know that was related to me in the phone call before I jumped on live. That's okay. Play me back on a replay for those who coming in don't understand what I'm talking about. No super chats. If you want to donate to the channel, Cash App, $ Big Angie 129. I thank you. For those who follow the Queen, I want to thank all the people who have subscribed to the Queen. I want to thank you. I want to thank all of you for having hope and faith in me that I never would try to steer you wrong, that I never, feed you no BS, because I'm a different caliber. I'm cut from a different cloth. I do not believe everything I hear. I never have. That's just who I am. I'm not a follower. I've never been a follower. I'm my mother's oldest child, and I am cut from a different cloth. I am cut from a different cloth. I've never followed nobody talking about nothing. See, I'm a listener, and I chop everything up, and then I put it back together. I don't let nobody get in my ear about no he said, she said. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. If you want to call in the Queen, I'm on Instagram, Big Sexy 71. If you want to call in and ask me anything about the conversation from the source, I will try to relay it once again to those who are just now coming into the chat and that are befuddled about what the hell I've just done said. I don't even think I'll get no sleep tonight because my mind, I'm just like, whoa. Right, take it to your grave. Oh yeah, I'm taking this to the grave because ain't nobody gonna never know who this is. The only way I would ever reveal who said it is if they leave here before I do. That'd be the only way. Because I will not do what these other grimy motherfuckers do. I will not put somebody's life in danger or scrutiny for no views. I don't rock like that. I don't rock like that. This is so disgusting to me that these people have nothing better to do than to use kids for money. Thank you, Amy. If you want to call into the Queen, I'm on IG, Big Sexy 71, if you want to call me. I'm not going to stay on here much longer. I'm so disgusted. I'm just disgusted. Thank you, Nitra. Thank you, Nitra. I thank you all for being up this late. 229 in the chat. I'm sure there'll be a lot of hoopla. But let me say this. The pictures that have been uploaded that you have seen on YouTube in the past couple of hours where you see Giselle West's father sitting at a dining table with one of the babies in a high chair, and you will see a child sitting to him. It will probably be his left. That is not the other baby. This person just verified it to me. And I told her that don't look like the other kid. That don't look like the eldest. I was even comparing screenshots from one of my viewers who sent me the original photos. Then I went over to somebody else's YouTube channel comparing the photos. And I said, Lord, please tell me I'm not seeing things. This don't look like the same baby. And then the source called and I asked the person. And I said, who the hell is that child in the photos with the grandfather? And the person said, that ain't the other brother. Ding. Thank you. No, the Queen ain't crazy. I know the Queen ain't crazy. And let's go here. So we can now end all this he said, she said for the final time. And if you decide to go out this chat with some bullshit, and he said, she said, that's your dumb ass. Why you think those pictures are older pictures uploaded to ABC News? Stay woke. Jacqueline didn't give no new photos of the children because she didn't have any. What did I tell you all? There was never any new pictures because they didn't have any of the pictures. Hold on, baby. I'm trying to get you. Hold on. Wait a minute, baby. I'm trying to get you on. It won't even show. Hello? Hello? Wait a minute, baby. Where you at? You here?
Right here.
How you doing, Queen?
Hey, this is crazy.
I know, baby.
That just made me sick.
I know.
It made me literally sick to my stomach.
Yes. So do you believe what I brought to
It
you?
made me... You know I do.
Okay.
Because we already suspected this. We already suspected this.
But not everybody. But not everybody, Queen. Not everybody. Let's keep it real. Not everybody.
Well, the ones that's all woke. The ones that are woke on
Okay.
this channel where I be, we already suspected. Let me correct it. We already suspect on this channel.
Okay. Give your name and tell where you calling from.
This is Queen Talks Crime, and I'm calling from Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, roll with it, baby. It's all yours.
All right. So we already suspected because she was quiet already. We was all wondering why she wouldn't come out and talk and tell the truth of what happened with CPS. So we already suspected the lies. We already suspected, and we already suspected because CPS not just gonna come and take no. First of all, the people at the hospital, doctors and nurses, not been to call unless they suspect abuse. We already talked about how there had to be prior abuse.
Yes.
They had to see a history of abuse. That
Yes.
something else had to be wrong with that child
Yes.
for them to even take the kid. We already talked about that. We said that already, that we suspected that. And she never came out and told the story from A to Z.
Thank you.
She never came out
Yes.
and said nothing. She never came clean. She never came out and said, this
Yeah.
is what happened. She
Yeah.
never told us who was watching the damn kid.
Yes.
She
Cupcake
never
syndrome.
told us
Cupcake
nothing.
syndrome. Cupcake syndrome. I'ma say it. It's all Alabama all over again. Talk around the subject.
Yes, it is. It is.
Talk around the subject.
Never said nothing. And then you got these people, I don't care, that sitting up here up Brian Dean's ass and defending her. And I even hear people on you telling, we need to send the kids back. Send the kids back what? To get more abuse?
Right.
Send the kids back for what? So
Yes.
it's sickening because they don't know the truth.
Yes.
But they don't see even
Yes.
the suspected.
Yes.
If you use common sense, you
Yes.
will already know
Yes.
the kids was taken for a reason.
Yes.
And why didn't the bio mom come out and tell you what happened to A to Z?
Yes.
You hear from a third party source
Yes.
that she did everything she was supposed to do.
Amen.
You didn't see the bio mom get up on there with no document saying she did anything. You hear from a third party. What is wrong with the bio mom coming and saying that? She came on Facebook saying that the child was deaf, and we finding out the child wasn't. So why did she come on there with her documents from A to Z saying this is what happened? Because it was bullshit. We already suspected that.
Mm-hmm.
And who would lie about their child being deaf and saying somebody was... I remember that because I spoke about it on my channel. That's what
Yes.
pissed me off.
Yeah.
About the child being deaf.
Yes.
So why would you get on your Facebook and lie about your child being deaf and somebody was teaching them sign language and all this extra
Yes.
shit?
That's
If
a foul. That's foul.
happened, what in the hell is wrong with her?
Queen, that's foul. I'm telling you, I asked this person specifically, please tell me that you know for sure that the child is deaf or not. And the person said, the baby was not deaf. I said, well, why in the world would she put that on her Facebook page? And she said, I don't know. She said, I'm telling you for sure, the baby ain't deaf. The baby was not deaf. I said, Lord have mercy. I ain't never heard of no crazy shit like this before in my life. Or in the world would you ever make up some shit like that about your own baby?
And you know what? Another thing that was crazy is you waited, and I don't know why other people, I know the woke people probably realized it, but not the slow people.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
slow people don't know that that they had her for 2 years before they adopted them, right?
Right,
She ain't try to
yes.
get no lawyer
Right,
then.
nothing.
So now
But
she
that's
feels so
what,
funny
right.
because her kids been missing.
And that's what I told people.
Donate.
And that's why I wanted to make sure I asked all the questions before I jumped on this live, because I knew that everybody was going to be asking me stuff. And I wanted to make sure I touched on everything that I could think of. And I asked this person, did Ryan Dean ever reach out to CPS during the 2 years while she was going back and forth with the drug, failing the drug test? And this person told me no. She never reached out to CPS during the failing of the drug test. She said all she had to do was just stop smoking. That's it.
Exactly.
And there was no weed card before the first child was taken. There was no weed card before the second child was taken. So if that is what you all heard on social media, it's a lie. This person told me it's a lie.
But you know what? When we had this conversation before,
yes,
Angie, we already suspected if the weed card was even real.
Right. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. Well, this person said this person said, hell, you can get it from the doctor. Obviously, that's the hustle they do out there in California. They can go to the doctor, and the doctor can write you up a weed card for $20. And this person is in a professional field. This ain't no okie doke person. This ain't no fly by night person. This is a professional person with a real professional job. And I cannot say what type of job they have because I do not want anybody trying to figure out who the person is. But it's a real professional job to where they would know what I'm talking about as far as the weed card and all that. And they said, oh, they do that all the time. And the doctors just write them a little card for $20. I believe them.
And you know what? Some people's out here saying that the older two don't speak on them because they with the mama. No, we already suspected that the CPS wasn't gonna leave no kids with Ryan Dean.
Yeah, that's what this person is saying.
So
yeah.
Stop saying
she already had an open investigation when the second one came out with the lungs failing, and the person said the lungs were not at full capacity, the second baby, and they found the marijuana in the system, and basically they're alluding to the fact homegirl was chiefing tough. That's how bad the baby's lungs were. That the baby couldn't breathe on his own. Let me throw that in there. He couldn't breathe on his own.
So she was chiefing pretty good. And to still be partying while your kids missing?
Yeah, and that's what the source said. Yeah, while y'all sitting here feeling sorry for her, she was out dropping it like it was hot. New Year's Eve, she likes to party. She's a party girl. Look, I don't knock nobody for wanting to have a good time. We all were young. Wanted to live. Everybody's been young. That's not my problem. My problem is the state having your kids for 2 damn years. That's where I have the problem. Yep. What is it that you couldn't do in 2 years? That is where I have the problem.
It's sick. This is sick. It's sickening to me. It's sick, and we already suspected it, but to lie, to blatantly come on there and this GoFundMe to get money and to scam and all of this. Mm-hmm. When your 2 babies, these are babies you birthed, heifer. These are babies you birthed. Mm-hmm. That's the sickening. You lying about babies that you birthed.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say except I'm sick. I'm sick. You don't want to put negative things on your child, so putting that your child is deaf is negative. That's like putting up something evil, something. Who would want to put a disability on their own child?
And then guess what? They say Wanda crazy. She go to the damn the psych doctor on California. Wait a minute. She go look. Wanda. They told the queen all your business. you got some anxiety issues going on. That's okay. We all got a little something going on, Miss Wanda. You gonna need it after you watch this video of the Queen talking about all them lies y'all been spreading out there in California, Bakersfield. Yes, honey. They say you not well, Miss Wanda. You medicated. So what you doing medicating, taking care of folk foster children's?
Crazy as bad shit. That's exactly what it is.
Look, you see me, look.
Look how she come out there.
Look, you see me, look. Queen, look. I'm grabbing the necklace. I'm clutching my pearls. Miss Wanda, what you doing with them folk children? They say you not well and you medicated. But you wasn't medicated when you was talking to ABC telling them lies. Was you medicated when you was telling them lies to ABC News? You, like the people in the chat said, you didn't never mention one time the motherfucking babies' names. You never said nothing about them children. All you talked about is you harass. You never once called out them babies' names. You never said once, I miss these children. Want the children back. Bring the children back. You never called them by the damn names that your stupid ass son gave them. Them old goofy ass names that they gave them damn kids. I'm done with all y'all. I'm done with all y'all out there in California. I'm done with all y'all. Y'all are a rap.
Yep. And the boys never had a chance from the jump, from Bio Mom all the way to the West.
Yeah. That's what the person wanted me to tell you. That's the message that my source wants me to tell everybody on YouTube. That both sides are full of shit. And both sides are fraudulent. And that was the message to me when the source called me and found me. That they want everybody to know that they are both not to be trusted. Ryan Dean, Trezell West, Jacqueline West, and Wanda West. That's what was revealed to me in the conversation that I had after the live. Because my information was coming through as I was on the live with you all previously. And I did not jump back on because I wanted to hear what this person had to say. And I do believe what the person has to say. They have no reason to lie because they are deep in the fold. And if you trust me on this channel, you know I won't let nobody come over here with no old hanky-panky type talk. I saw the person personally. And I believe what the person said. And they are intertwined in with the story. And that's why I can never reveal to you who the person is. They're not an outsider. They're not an outsider. This is not some he said, she said gossip coming from, you know what I'm saying, a neighbor or no. It's somebody right there with a bullseye view of what the fuck's been going on with these crazy ass people. Go ahead, baby.
I saw something.
Oh, you looking at the comments? You know I ain't paying attention to none of that.
Yeah, I didn't either, but they made me remember something about that's why she never came out.
Yeah.
We already said that with the babysitter, but that's why no charges was ever brought up on.
Right. Because I think I asked that too about the charges, and I don't think anything came from that. Oh, yeah, the issue with the charges of the person who abused the child, which caused the fracture, they couldn't prove how long or who did it because there was already signs of abuse beforehand. Let me make that clear in the chat. That person didn't get charged with harming the baby because, as I had stated to you all before, that I thought the baby probably had been abused. That is why CPS was called. And this source lets me know that's why the person did not get arrested for harming baby number 1 by Ryan Dean, because the fracture showed previous child abuse. There was bruising, which led to the, what's the word I'm trying to use? Indication that the child has been abused continuously. So they couldn't charge anyone because who's to say who been abusing the child? Do you understand what I'm saying? And I already thought that.
Was We know he's a he.
Oh, it's a
now.
he, yes.
We didn't know if
It was a
he
him.
or a she.
It was not a woman who abused a child and fractured the leg. Rondine had a cutie pie who fucked her baby over. Yeah, I said it.
So she was sleeping with the enemy, in other words.
Yeah. And we know she liked the men because the last two got different baby daddies. Oops, did I say that? Oops.
Loud and clear.
Uh-huh.
Loud and clear. This is sickening. It's sick to know that
4 kids.
you allow someone to
4
abuse your
kids.
child. You protect them.
You got
That's
4
why he
kids.
never came
You
back.
got 4 kids and you don't got not 1 kid. Come on with it. Do the math. You got 4 kids and you ain't got 1 kid. You got 4 kids, you ain't got 1 kid. You got 4 kids, you ain't got 1 kid. You got 4 kids, you ain't got 1 kid. I'm done.
Shout out to the children fathers that came and got the oldest 2 kids when they went down with CPS. Shout out to them.
Mm-hmm.
At least they came and got their damn kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For those who want to know, those bio fathers of the older children, they got their children out of there. And that's what the source wanted me to let everybody know in the chat. Oh, soon as they heard the 411 of DHS getting involved, they swooped their kids up out of Ryan Dean's peripheral custody. Too bad
And I'm glad.
these last 2 were not that fortunate.
Yep. Good for them. I'm proud of them for coming to get them because they probably would have been in the system too.
Yeah. And that's the sad part, is that the older children were fortunate to have somebody come get them. But let's talk about another subject while we got the Pandora's box open.
Let's talk about
Why the kids got put in foster care in the first place? Ting! You ain't had no mom and daddy that could get them. Oops, because what? They got criminal records. That's why nobody could go get your babies. Ting! Ting! Oh, did I say that?
So was that about?
Oh, did I say that?
About the family?
Clutch my pearls. Clutch my pearls.
Clutch 'em.
Everybody now rallying with these sing-along vigils and prayers. But why don't you tell the public that, oh, wasn't none of you all sufficient enough to take the boys in, so they couldn't have ended up in foster care and the West custody.
But now everybody's rallying.
Right.
Let me shut up.
Right, Heather, you said it. They wouldn't let the family get them. Amen. All them people out there rallying about them kids, but yet
Couldn't get them.
nobody could get the kids. You all don't find that odd. Even that daddy talking all that stuff in them emails. Well, sir, why you couldn't get the children?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I ain't it right. 9 kids, and I asked the source that. I said, well, what happened with the sister with the 9 children? Did the kids go to her house? And she said, no, they ain't go to her. They went to that other lady house. They didn't go to her sister. Okay.
I'm done.
Shit, y'all talking bad about Trezelle and Jacqueline. Them kids was jacked up before they got to Jacqueline and Trezelle. Let's keep it real. Them kids didn't have a chance before Jacqueline and Trezelle got a hold of them. And I'm not trying to knock what Trezelle and Jacqueline could have done to them, but they were done way before Jacqueline and Trezelle got a hold of them. That's obvious.
They was all
You
really
took
being
2
up-
children taken away. 2 children taken away back to back. And that's not counting the first 2 that Ryan Dean has. They daddies came and got them. But yet y'all don't want nobody saying nothing about Ryan Dean. Something wrong with y'all out there. And I'm going to stand on what I'm saying. You can come for the queen if you want. I'm not sugarcoating nothing over here. I never have. I've always dissected everything brought to me. Everything brought to me. And I listen to everything. I don't jump the gun. I listen. And I knew in my heart Something was not right with this story. But some of y'all would argue, oh, don't talk bad about the baby mama. They ain't got nothing to do with Trezell and Jacqueline. It got every damn thing to do with them. It's got every damn thing to do with them. You now see, you've been lied to by that motherfucking girl.
Sick.
Yes, sick.
It's sick. But we already suspected it.
Yeah, some of us. A lot of folks ain't suspected, Queen.
Knew already.
Yeah, but a lot of people did not want to hear nothing negative about the bio mother. But what I keep telling people, you have to start at the beginning of the story. You cannot just jump in the middle because you don't want to acknowledge how they got to the West family. How is it that you don't want to hear the beginning of the story? I ain't never heard of such. Why are you so scared to hear the beginning of the story? The children came from somebody. They didn't just fall out the sky. Damn. Because like I told people, if you never heard of Jacqueline and Trezell West, you would have never had nothing good to say about Ryan Dean had you watched the news and heard that baby leg got fractured at 3 months old. First thing you would have said, well, he can't walk. How could his leg get fractured? And you've been raising fucking hell about that kid. But because now they're missing from the foster home adoptive family, you want to put Ryan Dean on the back burner and don't acknowledge her as being a part of the problem as well. When she's the start of the problem. And I'm going to go on and say, and I don't care, it's my channel.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And like I said, Ryan Dean been out there partying and doing whatever, instead of doing what she doing and chiefing and all this, that, and the third, allow her kids to get abused. She's not innocent in this.
Look, Queen.
Period.
Let's just use our whole head right now. A 3-month-old, what could you do to a 3-month-old to get that leg fractured? Just think about that for a second. Because I don't think nobody really thought about that. You did what to him? You pulled him, you pulled the leg, you stepped on the leg, you kicked him. What did you do?
The baby can't even roll over.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So what did you do to fracture the leg? What could a person have done to fracture a leg on a 3-month-old? Let's just think about that for a minute. You stepped on his leg. You pulled his leg. You pulled his leg. You stepped on the baby's leg. You pulled the leg. What'd you do to it? Since everybody want to dance around the subject. Nah, I don't dance over here.
And then she had to protect them. And then there was prior signs of abuse on top of the leg. Did he throw the baby? It just don't add up. Like,
I'm trying to picture in my head a 3-month-old. What would you do to fracture a 3-month-old's leg? What did you do? Did you pull his leg?
I don't give a
you stepped on him?
Her being at work. There was prior signs of abuse.
Well, that's what Nietzsche said. Nietzsche said that weeks ago. What kind of person did you have in your company in the first place that would mess with your baby leg? And that's a valid point. What kind of friend you got that would harm your baby? Because in the end, it's your company that got your first child taken from you. So you didn't know your friends well. And who leaves a damn baby boy with a man? I ain't never heard of such. You gonna leave a child with a Negro you screwing and he ain't the baby daddy? Oh, did I leave that part out? Oops. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Get out that chat. Get out that chat.
Say she was at
yeah, all right.
It was prior abuse.
You gonna go to work and leave your baby, Queen. You gonna leave your baby with some Negro you laid up with. He ain't the baby daddy, and he messed your child leg up, and now your child taking out your custody over some nigga you been screwing. Excuse my language.
She didn't turn him in because she was fucking him. Excuse my language. She was sleeping with them.
Yeah. Sexual relations. No, wait a minute. Entanglement.
Yes. Entanglement with him. So, no.
Heather Reynolds, you get the fuck out my chat. That's the fucking problem. Did your baby get his leg fractured, you dizzy bitch?
Exactly. Exactly. This shit don't make no sense.
Excuse my language. Excuse my language. For anybody new in the chat, excuse my language. I apologize. But you don't come over here talking crazy when this child was abused and now this child is missing, and if some dodo bird want to come in the chat talking about you left your baby with your boyfriend, what's the problem? See, didn't I tell you like minds think alike? You just like her. That's the very reason why this heifer ain't got her kids now, and now they missing for ignorant attitudes just like what you got. So when your baby get his leg twisted up by one of your little side pieces, come back and holler at us and tell us how you feel when CPS is all up in your peripheral and your business about your babies being abused, molested, raped. Fucking dodo bird.
Exactly.
Damn gutter ass
and
trash.
It's not just this incident. It's what these dingbats is missing. It wasn't just a fractured leg while they took the baby. So what's the excuse? What's her excuse? What is Ryan Dean's excuse for the prior abuse on that baby? Answer that. You can't because you blocked. You can't. You can't come up with an excuse for that. Prior abuse.
I'm
she
just...
at work and all the times the baby was abused. Miss me with that. Missy. No. She's a liar.
I see y'all sending me messages. I will get to you all in just a minute. I'm so sorry. I've got Miss Queen on the line. I will address all of your messages here in a minute. No, baby, you fine. Let me, hold on a minute. Because I don't want them to think I'm ignoring them. Because I see...
No, go ahead.
No, I see two others. Let me make sure they know that I'm going to acknowledge them. Hold on, Robin. Let's see. Who are these people? Jenny. Remember me? I was in your movie talking about my story. My son's father beat him to death on New Year's while I was at work. We were both in the Army. Oh, God. Your live. Now he was 8 months old. In your live, not a movie. Oh, dear God. Jesus have mercy. Okay, hold on a minute, baby. I see you, Jenny. Hold on, baby. Let me accept your message.
Okay, I'm going to let whoever else call in.
That's fine. Love you, Queen.
Go back in the chat.
Love you, Queen. Thank you so much.
I love you, too.
Okay, baby.
Problem.
You take care, baby. Bye-bye.
You, too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sorry about that. I don't want you all to think I'm not paying attention to your comments. I've got so many comments. I've got almost 300 people in the chat. I want to thank all of you for joining me. I know some of you are probably befuddled by what is actually going on in the chat. Lord have mercy. It's just a lot going on. I'm sorry. King Money, what do you want? Yeah, I'm live, King Money, whoever you are. Let me tell you something. You don't get in my inbox telling me what the fuck to do. How about that? Let me tell you all something. Let me explain this to some of you. I run this over here. I built this channel from the ground up. 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers. Nobody even knew my name. Nobody knew who I was. until a little baby in Alabama went missing by the name of Cupcake. And that is how some of you came to know who I am. And I'm a right fighter for them children. And you can think how you want about me. I do not care. I sleep well at night. But what you're not going to do is ever come over here and disrespect me because you don't know me. I don't know you. You don't know me. And I'm the type of person, I don't believe everything that I hear. Some of you are very gullible. You believe any damn thing that you hear. I'm not that kind of person. I listen to everything that's been said to me. Any information that's brought to me by the feds, the police, the neighbor, the butcher, the baker. I dissect it all and I come to my own conclusions. And I've never been a follower. I don't follow people. That's the very reason why I turned 50 last week. It's because I'm not a damn follower. I don't jump in behind other people's tails. And you will not come over here and disrespect my platform. Because this is all mine. I made this. I made this. And you don't jump in my inbox. That's the very reason why I didn't want to have people contacting me. I didn't only want to wait for people to contact me because some of you ignorant and stupid. You don't tell me what I can talk about. This is my damn channel. And the fact that you, young man who just made the comment, get out of her business, I wasn't in her business. I wasn't in her business. When she lost her kids and they got put over here to the West family and they're not missing, she put her business on Front Street when she decided to go to the West house and let everybody know she was the biological mama and allegedly concerned about her kids. So if you got a problem with what I'm talking about over here, then you go find the damn baby mama and go find them two who were the parents who were last with the motherfucking kids. How about that? I'm not what you want. I'm highly favored. I don't play children games. Because as some of you've seen, I'm older than most YouTubers on the platform. I don't play children games. YouTube don't pay nothing at this address. Let me tell that for the 295 watching. YouTube don't pay no lights up in here, no rent up in here, food up in here. Thank you all for joining me. If there's anybody that want to call and talk to me, feel free. I think I got 2 requests of people. Yes, Hawkeye, we know. It is the strongest bone. That's what's been said about the femur bone. I learned about the femur bone when my mother was dying of cancer. I don't think she knew that she was dying of cancer, but the cancer had spread from her breast to her femur. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's how I learned what the femur bone was. Turn your volume down, baby.
Okay, there we go.
Who am I speaking to?
I'm Jenny.
Okay, Jenny, where you from, baby?
I live in Iowa.
You live where, baby?
I live in Iowa right now.
Okay, you want to bring something to the table pertaining to my title of this video?
Yeah, I mean, I watch you all the time.
Okay. I've got Jenny from Iowa who wants to speak to the chat. Let it roll, baby.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say.
Just take your time. Take your time.
You know, I kind of told you my story about my son. That my son was murdered when he was 8 months old.
Okay.
Work.
Okay,
I love Tiffany.
I got Jenny here from Iowa. She wants to give you a testimony pertaining to her personal life. So I want you all to listen to what she has to say, okay? Thank you very much. Go ahead, baby.
I don't know.
Just take your time. Take your time.
Yeah, so I guess, everything that I've been listening to tonight really, I guess, hits home since my son was murdered at 8 months by his father while I was at work.
Okay.
We were both in Army. He was in the Army at the time. And so just, watching certain people in the text talks about, I leave my son with my boyfriend, so what's the problem and whatnot. I left my son with someone who was his father.
Yeah, that's a difference. That's a difference.
And I was at work, and I
Yes.
got that fatal phone call, and I went
Yes.
and I rescued him, and forever my life has changed, and
Okay.
obviously my son's life is changed. And so
Okay.
I just, anytime that I hear about child abuse, because he was beaten to death, and
Oh, Lord, Jenny Dawn.
he was survived in the hospital for 5 days, and I just, I don't know. I guess I've never shared my story publicly.
That's okay.
So I'm
That's
kind of
okay.
nervous.
Just take your time.
Yeah, I'm just sick of seeing people think that leaving their children with like boyfriends or girlfriends and that it's not a big deal.
Right.
Because it is a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal.
And,
Yes.
And I think there was another live where people were having problem with CPS coming in and taking children because of like right now, a femur was broken.
Yes.
Like, I am damn happy that they came and got those babies, because I don't care, if you're the biological father, biological mother, this really happens.
Yes.
My son really died. He
Yes.
was really beaten to death.
Yes. Did you ever find out why he beat your baby to death? Did he ever tell the court why he beat the baby to death?
Yeah, so he told me that he wouldn't stop crying. And obviously he was 8 months old and he was teething. And he tried to tell the court that that he had PTSD, which was not true because we went through his Army medical records and whatnot, and obviously I had been with him because we were engaged, and that was disproven. And then he had confessed, so it was all on video, and he showed what he did. And it was a horrible.
Wait a minute, say what? What'd you say? You said on video.
Yeah, so when he confessed at the police station.
Oh, at the police station. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. And then, he showed with his hands what he did, and it was a lot. It was a lot of hours. It was about
Lord,
9
honey,
hours.
how in the world?
What he did to him, and the trial is unreal.
Oh, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what you went through going to trial.
Yeah, it took 3.5 years because Georgia is slowly doing it.
Right.
And it's just, I had to testify because obviously I was the only person there.
Right.
I got the call when I was at work, and he told me to come, and I went and I rescued him and brought my son to the hospital.
Right.
He died at the first hospital, but then came back.
Okay.
Was flown to Atlanta Children's.
Okay.
Where he survived for 5 days, but.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Just watching all of your lives and just hearing about people have issues with with CPS and whatnot. Like I wish something would have happened. There were for my story personally, there were no red flags.
Okay. So he never acted violent towards you or anybody else?
Oh no, honey, he would have been outside that door.
So what? See, I always think to myself that a person that's violent would at some point show some type of signs that they're violent. You understand what I'm saying? And I've heard people say, well, they didn't show me anything, and they didn't do it until 8 months in, 2 years in. And in my mind, I tell myself, like, how could a person just flip out, just out of the blue, a year or two later?
Yep. Well, that's exactly what happened, because, we were both in the Army, and, I had been married previously, and so when I got into this relationship, it was like that relationship that was good.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We were two really good people, good, upstanding citizens, both in the Army.
Okay.
He had never shown any type of aggression towards me. I used to say that he had more patience than I did. And it was just one night, and it changed our lives forever. Yeah, there were no red flags.
It's just hard to believe that.
I mean, there was not. I went through years and years of just wondering, just why. I mean, what?
So how many? So just tell us, how long had you dated him before this incident took place with the baby?
A couple years.
Couple of years. Like what? 2, 3?
I think it was almost 3 years.
3 years. Okay.
We were engaged, we married, and it was we were just living. It was just really good, and there was nothing.
I understand. Okay.
Maybe
it is possible that a person can just hold it in. It's just in my mind, in my right mind, I just find it hard that a person could go years and not exhibit some type of anger. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yep. Yeah. I still don't know why, and I hope one day that I'll be able to sit across from him while he's still in prison and ask him why. I don't think I'll ever get an answer.
Right,
and I don't
of course.
need an answer.
Right.
I just want that opportunity.
Well, I understand. Well, you have every right to ask because that's your child. You have every right to ask.
Right.
Why would you do this to not just my child, but it's your child because I laid with you and made this baby. So you owe me something to tell me why you would murder your own child.
Yeah. So, and I just watch your lives, and I just,
Thank you, honey.
I'm always reading
appreciate
these
it.
text messages about people who.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Well, let me ask you something. How much time did he get for murdering the baby?
He got life with possibility of parole. So when I'm 55, me and my children will fight every time that he's up for parole to put him back in.
Whew.
And my oldest is 14, and he knows now. Obviously, they didn't know when it happened.
Yes.
But we will fight every single parole to give him every extra year that we can.
Oh, my goodness. So what state was this baby?
I'm sorry?
What state was this?
This was in Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. Well, Georgia has stiff laws. Georgia has very stiff laws.
Yep. But, and he... I can't even believe I'm talking about this.
That's okay. Well, nobody knows who you are, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's just hard because I've always been so private about it because nobody wants to hear from a girl whose child was murdered. It's always, that's too much.
I understand.
They'll gravitate to, to these crime stories and whatnot, but the real nitty-gritty of the everyday life, when you hear somebody and you're like, hey, how are you doing?
Yes.
And a lot of times I'm like, I'm not doing good.
Yes, I
understand.
understand.
Because my son was murdered. And they're like, oh, I don't want to hear about that. Or that's
I know what
too
you're
much,
saying.
or it's too real.
Well, see, but a lot of people are like that. People will act like they're concerned about you. But I have learned, even when it's not something major, such as a death of a child or a murder of a child, people say a lot. Like, yeah, okay, how you doing? But the old saying is they really don't care about how you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
You do have some people who are actually concerned about you, but then you have those who really don't want to hear anything negative. I mean, it could just be something you stubbed your toe, but then you start talking about a deceased baby, a murdered baby. Hell no, they don't want to hear that because people really aren't concerned and care about what is going on in your life.
Well, exactly. And and if it hasn't been the first year, then they're like, why are you not over it? And I'm like, grief lasts as long as love.
Who the hell would think somebody be over their child murdered?
Oh, I could tell you, there have been many people who are like, well, I hope you get over it soon. Or they will tell me like, well, at least you have other children. But then I'm like, okay, but when your mama dies, and I tell you, at least you got your daddy. That's not the same person.
No, it's not the same. A child is not the same as your mother and your father. Everybody knows that.
Right.
Your baby didn't die from SIDS.
Right. Well, and that's another thing, too. It's like, it's hard to find, like, I see Rebecca in the chat. It's really hard to find other people of murdered children, especially babies.
Lord,
because it's not like we lost our child to an illness or to, to like leukemia and whatnot. Like, our child was murdered.
Yes.
A man took his hands, physically beat our children to death, and how are we going to find other people like that? Because people like Rebecca and I are always in the shadows.
Yes.
Nobody wants to hear from us because it's too much for them to hear. And I'm sorry, but I don't care if it was a year or 14 years. I'm just as traumatized and grieving every day.
That is a horrific way to die as a child. And what's sad is you trusted this person. You procreated with this person. So how in the hell could anybody with a pulse think that you would just move on from your baby being beaten by the man who you trusted and cared for, and he also was the father of the child? So if some idiot thinks that you're just going to move on a year later from that, I mean, I can't say how long it should and should not take, but no one can tell you because they're not in your shoes. And and your baby died a horrific way. I think it's a little easier possibly, to grieve and try to move on if your child died of natural causes. But that doesn't mean anything either, because I'm not that person who lost a child, natural causes or murdered. But murdered it's just worse. Anybody with sense knows that.
Yeah. And it's hard too because he's still living. Like he's still
that's
in
it.
prison.
Right. He still has life.
When I grabbed my son and I left, he had a gun to his own head. And so when I walked out of that apartment, I thought he was going to kill himself.
Yes.
And I really believe that it would be a lot easier for me had he had just done that.
Yes.
But knowing that he's living
I
and breathing, and every year that passes, 1 year closer to him possibly getting parole, I can't even.
Oh, honey. I am so sorry to hear that. When you call me anytime you need to talk, you call the queen. The queen is here anytime. And you leave a message. If I don't get, if I see the message, I will call you back to talk to you.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for letting me put my
thank you.
Story out there.
No, thank you, because there's some people that need to hear your story, and I want to thank you for calling in and telling us your journey. And God bless you. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. Love you, honey. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Wow. I got 282 in the chat. Lord have mercy. I didn't mean to keep you all up tonight, this early morning. I jumped on, as I state, because I promised the viewers after I did my live that I would come back on because of the pictures that were sent to me in my inbox through IG. And lo and behold, that when I saw those said pictures, I said to myself that one of the children did not look like one of the West children. I wanted to be wrong just because. I said, nah, maybe I'm just seeing things. I don't got my glasses on. Well, let me put my glasses on. And then my messenger my birdie out of California, decide to chime in while I'm looking at the said photos of the children in the pictures that have now been uploaded to YouTube on another YouTuber's channel. You see, God has a plan for everything. You see, there, as somebody said here recently, there are no coincidences. There was a reason for one of the viewers to send me that said photo of those children. They were younger, of course, sitting with the grandfather of Trezell West. Looked like they were out to eat. You can see these said photos on a YouTuber's channel as I speak. And the next thing I know, I have someone trying to call me from California. And I tell myself, there was no coincidence that somebody would send me those photos. And then a birdie from California was calling in at the same time. So there's no way in hell I'm going to believe all this was an accident. Throw you off about what, Kara? Needs to be tougher laws when it comes to kids. You have a child be death penalty. I'm just checking my messages, you guys. Make sure everybody's supposed to call in. Jenny called. Okay. God, what else could it be? Do people ever sleep in America? I've never seen so many people got so much stuff going on. More drama. The person who sent me this message about the conversation from the West family, I cannot open it up because I am not a member of the group and I'm not joining any groups to hear what these dodo birds have to say. Y'all know I don't rock like that. Did not mean to ignore the chat. I just want to make sure I got everybody that was trying to contact me. This is crazy nonsense. Okay. Rebecca, are you in the chat? Jenny said for you to reach out to me to leave the email address. So message me and leave your email and I will forward it to Jenny. Lord, I never thought I'd hear a story like this today. Jesus, help me. I can't take it. There's just some craziness going on out here. If you miss, okay. Oh. I'm going to show you a picture of her baby. Wait a minute. Hold on one second. Do you want them to see the picture of the baby or no?
Sure, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, baby.
You'd like them to see the
You're not.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Jenny just forwarded me a picture of her baby. This picture was taken a couple of days before the baby was murdered, and she wants me to share the picture of her son with the chat. Thank you, Jenny. I'm not going to hold you all. I'm an hour and 39 minutes. This has to be the most stressful live I've done since Cupcake. I'm just so disgusted with talking about these kids, talking about all the stuff I've talked about. I talked about that little white baby that was beat to death by them black motherfuckers in South Carolina. They adopted that little white girl and her brothers, and they beat that damn 3-year-old in South Carolina. Now, 2 babies are missing out of California City. Don't nobody know nothing. A buffoon kills all his kids in Oklahoma earlier part of the week. I don't know what is going on with you people out here, but you people need to get some help. But you this angry and mad at the world. You mad at your baby mamas. You mad at Pookie, Ray, whoever. Go get yourself some help. This is nonsense. All this killing these kids. You don't have the right to be killing babies. Go get you some help. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you people? You're stupid. Never seen anything like it in my life. Just killing kids. Okay, I don't want you all to think I didn't forget you. Miranda, I see you. I've been sitting here trying to pull it up. It wouldn't even pull up. Okay, hold on. Jesus Christ. Anybody kill a kid. You just ain't fit. Thank you, Donna. I know I look horrible right at this moment. Hold on, you guys. I was responding to somebody's message, so I don't want people thinking I'm ignoring them. Godly, where in God's name these people come from? Rebecca, I feel exhausted, to tell you the truth. Because I just never thought I'd be talking about this nonsense. I had a good live last night. I enjoyed the live last night. I'm just trying to understand what in God's name is going on. Jenny, don't worry about the live, honey. Everything went just fine. You may have helped somebody tonight with your story. And I can't type good on this phone, so excuse me. I'm not going to hold you all much longer because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of hoopla after this this video goes live and uploaded to YouTube. Once I sign off, there'll probably be a lot said tomorrow. And I don't really care. But there's a lot been said to me coming out of California. And as I state, I stand on everything that was said to me in the conversation. Well, I want to tell you all something. I just got a nice little message from somebody that told me not to be worried about her. And told me I should go lose weight with my ugly ass. Let me tell you something. I'm not what you want. I'm not what you want. I'm not what you want. You don't fuck around in my inbox because I'm not what you want. I'll talk about who the fuck I want to talk about on this channel. And see, you're a coward because a real motherfucker would dial me up. Stay out my inbox. I'm not what you want, baby. I'm highly favored. I ain't got the feds at my door. I ain't got the police at my door. How about that? That's coming from the fat bitch you just messaged. How about that? See, I knew it was going to be a problem putting my IG account up here. But I'm not worried about you, whoever you are. Guess what? Queen ain't worried about Ryan Dean and no damn body else. Queen ain't worried about nobody. Whoever you are, I ain't worried about nothing going on. And I can tell you now, you don't have anything of substance to say, don't come in my inbox. Don't come in my inbox about nothing. Don't come in my inbox about nothing. Guess what? You think this fat bitch gonna lose some sleep tonight? I won't. I won't. I won't. I will not. I'ma sleep good, like a fat cat. I'ma stretch out queen size on clean sheets. That's how the queen rocks. In the high 10. 50 years old. Never a troll. I'm not what you want, homegirl. I'm not what you want. See, that's what's wrong with most of you right now. All you do is scroll people's Facebook pages and groups and YouTube channel holders, and then they give you a way for you to contact them, and you think a queen is intimidated by a gutter rat in an inbox? Never. Never. Because I know you that type of motherfucker. If I saw you in the street, you wouldn't move nothing. You wouldn't move nothing. You wouldn't move nothing. Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn about who want to come for the queen. I stand on the source. I stand on the source. Because really what the source told me is what I had already said in my lives weeks ago. That something was funky, fishy with Ryan Dean's account. And now somebody has corroborated what I already said in my live weeks ago. So it really doesn't matter if this person ever called the queen to tell the queen that everything that we've been hearing are lies. And before I check out of here, it was also revealed to me that Trezell is a meth head. Oops, did I leave that part out? Sorry. Not sorry. Excuse my language in this chat tonight, but I fights for them kids. Real talk. Now, what is this person saying? Y'all stay out my inbox. Because what you don't know is, I don't care nothing about social media. Yeah, I'm on YouTube, but YouTube don't make me. IG account, I can gladly shut it down. It ain't no big deal. Or I can just block your ass. So all y'all can come on into IG, suited up, with all your little nasty comments. I'm not worried about you. Because I know you can't do nothing. I know you can't do nothing. I know you can't do nothing. Because just like the source said, all these people related to her, where the fuck were you all at when them kids needed somewhere to damn stay before they got to that lady's house, that lady in foster care, and the West family? Where were you all at when those two babies needed a place to stay when the state took the kids from Ryan Dean? So you can come over here in this playhouse. It don't mean nothing to me. I ain't worried about you. Queen ain't worried about you. Y'all go worry Wanda West what y'all do. Because Queen ain't concerned. Hello?
Queen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't gonna even call back in, but I had sent in chat. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I ain't been paying attention to the chat. I don't mean to ignore any of y'all in the chat. But, you know, I was talking to Jenny, so I didn't get to see all the comments y'all made. And I didn't get to see all your comments when I was talking to Queen. Queen Talk. So I didn't get to see all of your comments. I don't want y'all to think I was ignoring any of you.
No. I was just saying we appreciate you and the source.
Thank you.
And we definitely know that anytime you bring us a story, you deal with facts. You deal with the stories with integrity, respect, and you have morals about it. So for anybody that doesn't like that would be on them. But I wanted to make sure that whoever sent you the message, I'm going to send a message too. And my message is this. I'm going to stand 10 toes down with you, period. Because all it is jealousy. And like you said, if they was that concerned about those boys, then the boys would have been in their care. Or better yet, they would have put the tab off the drugs because it had to be more than weed so she could raise her children.
Right.
And that's on that.
Right.
I ain't never heard of nobody smoke so much weed that they couldn't raise their children. But you know what we have heard of?
Yeah.
We've heard people on crack cocaine, meth, and pills serve that couldn't take care of their kids.
Right.
So for anybody talking about you fat and you this, tell them suck a thick dick. That's what they can do.
Sorry about that. That's the IG still ringing. I don't know why it still does that. Sorry about that. Because Nitra's on and it does that on this other device. It keeps ringing for some reason. I do not know why that keeps ringing on that on the other device. For some reason, it won't stop. It didn't do it before the last 2 times. That ain't nothing but the devil. Yeah, that's all it is. That ain't nothing but the devil. Go ahead, Nitra. Sorry about that, you guys.
I wish I can't think of the chick name that had an issue with me last week that you had to block. But I wish she was here, because
KK lady or something, yeah.
I said in that live when it came down about that mammy, y'all call her mama, that mammy, when I said, for the record, it was something more than one incident for CPS to take your children. Period. And tonight, what did everybody find out? It was more than just the baby had a broken femur.
Mm-hmm.
It was the doctors who saw the baby.
Yes, in the first place. That's what I kept trying to tell people, that the doctor signed off on that originally.
Don't hear a word from them.
Mm-hmm.
When I said, well, who was the person that broke the baby leg? I think I was one of the first people to say, well, who broke the baby leg? Were they ever prosecuted?
Right.
Good your word.
Right.
I knew that it had to be somebody with the mama or somebody in the family or something, because she was too quiet on it. I also remember when I said on her page, she said after the boys was missing, she was going to be a better mother. And she had 4 or 5 kids' names on the page.
Yeah,
and I was
that.
like, oh, she got some more kids.
Yeah.
I asked them, where are these other children? Has she always lost her children? And here you are, Queen. The source brought you right what I asked last week and answered those questions for me.
Right.
Period. And we're going to stand on that, and we ain't taking it back. And
Well, because we already knew something was wrong with the story in the beginning. But like I said, a lot of people didn't want to talk about, what happened to the children before they got to the West House. But like I tell people, you have to start at the beginning of a story, because that's the beginning of the story. How you just want to jump in the middle? You just want to jump in the middle of the story? That's crazy. But like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Because anybody with common sense, and for anybody that watch crime shows, forensic shows, CIS, whatever, before they solve the case, what do they have to do? Go to the start of what actually happened.
Right.
So common sense would tell me, CPS don't wake up to come get your children. That's number one. Your children just don't get taken out of your custody just so CPS can traffic them off. Something has to initiate the ball rolling.
Yes.
The ball rolling was before these 2 babies were taken from her. She had other kids taken from her. Yeah. Nobody bothered to wonder why.
Yeah, the fathers took the children.
Nobody else keep.
Well, what the person told me tonight is that the father stepped up once they saw the children being taken out of custody. They went on to swoop their kids up before they end up getting taken, which was the noble thing to do, the right thing to do. And I'm glad they did that, because that would have been a shame for those children to also end up in foster care, her older children.
Which brings me to, why did she keep having kids if the first 2 or 3 were just passed up?
Nitra, girl, bye. I just think it's something to it.
That long, so we're not gonna act like she was getting.
Hey, Shay.
I don't say she ain't getting no state benefits, but if the daddies came and got them 2 or 3 or whatever it was, however many it was, that means she don't get no food stamps or welfare or Medicaid or whatever. So she go have other kids and they snatch them up.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, if they was getting snatched up, I'm asking her, why would you keep having kids and you know you didn't want to get your life together?
Yeah, that's right.
And you want to come out here as victim. See, I was one of the ones that when the lady got smart with me, when I said, ma'am, I'm not saying when you young you don't make mistakes, but let me clarify that.
Yeah.
Let me have some people with this chick here that I can't stand.
Yeah.
I just said on the live before this one that I got married at 21.
Right.
Right? I had my first child at 20. My second child came when I was 21. I got married after my second child at 21. My husband was 24. We raised them. We went through everything that everybody else goes through, from relationships to parenthood at a young age. But I had enough sense to know, as well as him, that I couldn't leave my kids know anywhere to go party.
Yeah,
Those days were over.
Yeah.
I had a choice to make. I either could have not had the children, or I could have put the children up for adoption, or I could have gave him the children and signed away my rights, or I could have set my ass down and became a mother, take parenting classes, read parenting books, learn from older people that have children, and make the best out of their life. Because once you decide to have children, then your life is their life. They need all of that to avoid these type of issues that has happened with these two boys that are missing. Period. She shouldn't have had any more kids. If you want to get high, party, pop pussy, suck dick all day and all night, don't bring no children into no fuck shit. Period.
Right.
Because they suffer. You know how many kids I've met that have been in foster care?
Yeah.
Or how many kids that are adults now that were raped in foster care and went to foster homes, and they don't know how to be good parents because they never had steady parents?
Right.
It's not a field day for these kids. It is not. Most times they are abused worse.
Yeah.
Or they come up missing, or they get caught into something more destructive. So that's why we said it started with the bio mom, and I knew she didn't want to take accountability. Girl, just say what it is. You was an ain't shit mama, but you don't got older, and now you want to be by something, and you want sympathy. Period. And as far as the adoptive parents, I knew they weren't shit because I knew that looking at them, they don't look like they could raise a dog. But again, they wouldn't have had her two children, and she stopped popping pussy long enough to sit down and raise her own. It's common
Oh,
sense.
nature, you showed out. Lord have mercy.
It's common sense. Everybody gets
nature,
horny.
damn.
That's all what it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody that's normal gets horny.
Yes, ma'am.
But you need to be careful about who you lay down with and procreate with,
This is true.
because you just never know. Don't put yourself in a bad situation and expect sympathy, and that's what she did. This is not like the ladies that lost their children to horrific circumstances.
Right.
No, it's women that know the man ain't gonna be there. It's women know that they ain't gonna be there, but they want to bring the children in and want everybody to keep the children. Then when the state take the children, it's the state fault. No, stupid, it's your fault.
Right.
What? We wouldn't have known nothing about two missing little boys had she slowed down, took care of the boys, and became a mama.
Right.
Everybody want to be a mama when they ass get old and they did shit while the children young. I can't stand men like this. It boils my, because none of this had to happen. So no, I didn't give her no sympathy. I was one of the main ones that said, why did she prosecute the person that broke that baby leg?
Yeah.
Did she get a GoFundMe for that? Did she get on ABC News for that? No. You know why? Because she chose the dick over her kids. Period. Period. That's what this is. That's what she chose. Nobody wants to say it. I'm going to say it. That's what she chose. And I'm going to stand on it.
Yeah.
She chose the street over her kids.
Right.
And the street is part of the reason, where is the reason, two of them are missing.
That's true. I believe that. Like I said, I didn't dwell on it all the time, Nitra.
Her children paid the price. What y'all need to ask her, is it worth it? Was it worth it?
Oh yeah.
Was the blood worth it?
Well, a lot of them they're not gonna ask her that.
Worth it?
They're not gonna ask her that.
Really? Was their hair worth it? I would think not. So I don't know if she still plans on suing anybody, but she can tear that paperwork on up. That's what she can do. Because even if they are found, just say they are found, she still wouldn't get them back. Because she's just as much of a stranger to them as damn the West family. So these babies didn't stand a chance on either side with these fuck ass people.
Yeah. Right.
Now that just done piss me all the way back off. But that was for the stupid motherfuckers in the back who got a problem with you.
I ain't worried about these folks out here in YouTube land. I ain't worried about none of these folks out here.
Every time.
I love you, but you know the queen, like my brother,
I mean it.
my best friend, he told me, don't be worried about nothing them folks talk about on YouTube, them commenters, they don't know you, you don't know them, so their opinion does not matter.
Lord,
And that's the
girl,
truth.
You know you got
That's
me
the
riled up
truth.
with the keyboard gangsters, baby. I love them. If you fat, I'm fat too, and I still say fuck the bitch. Suck 6 dick, bitch.
I can't with you.
I mean it with everything.
Girl, you
I
are
can.
sick. I can't with you,
Everything.
Anitra, damn.
I'm going back to the shit. But I
Well,
can't stand that. They gonna think
they
you
gonna
a bitch
come.
because you dealing.
But look.
But they got they stupid asses around here going to psychics and tarot card readings and everybody said this and jumping fences and
Well, they
shit.
want to come for the queen. You know after this video gets uploaded, once it hits the
So stupid.
those that's not in the chat, watching, listening, ear hustling, once the video gets uploaded to the tube, you know by tomorrow, my phone will probably catch on fire. Come by before tomorrow afternoon, because it'll be a whole lot of talk tomorrow, baby.
Same thing that I'm saying tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Because nobody disrespect you. What they need to do is go find out why them people done told them all them damn lies there and check their sources.
Yeah.
Y'all don't check that. Y'all around there playing hopscotch and detective at night and got flashlights and going underground and going to the park and in the trash can, going to
Girl,
the
you
site to
stupid.
read and all that. And these folks making a goddamn
Wait a minute.
stupid.
Why you done said the trash can, Nitra? I can't.
Baby, they here.
And drones, baby. Woo, baby, them drones. I said, Lord have mercy. Why the drones flying?
All this, they got a feeling they burning sage and crystals and all this bullshit. Somebody, they got a feeling and they know and it's right there and they came up with shit.
Yeah.
But they don't tell them people to check their sources. If they don't get the fuck up out of here with that dumb shit, ooh, some of they members should have swallowed them, I promise you. I admit that.
I hear you, Queen. Look, you on one. I hear you. Ooh. I tried to keep my composure. I should have known, but I should have known I was going to end up being sent the Queen, drink a glass of wine and sleep tight. Oh, baby, let me tell you something. When the Queen get off of here, she going to take a shower and she going to drink a shot of whiskey. We done left the wine arena. Who?
I'm getting me some.
I'm going to drink me some whiskey when I'm done after this live, because I'm sure going to need it, because I know y'all going to worry me to death come tomorrow, baby. My phone is going to be hot butter after this live uploads. But I brought you the said information because I felt like you needed to know. I want you to know. We all deserve to know. I already called it anyway.
The source, so please. Don't go running to other people talking about we got the source and we got the juice and we gonna tell. She ain't telling shit. Period.
Queen Talks, that's what the source wanted everybody to know. Not to trust either side. That was the message from the source, is that both sides are full of shit. That's what they wanted you all to know.
When we've been saying for about a month and a half.
Yeah, we already said that.
We can trust nobody.
No trust
and
nobody.
And we've been saying don't trust nobody.
Right.
Everybody was about money, and nobody genuinely cared about the children.
Right.
See, the source, I hope they heard when I said it, because it was me, you, and a few other screens. Don't trust nobody, because everybody wanted money.
Right.
Nobody genuinely was broke in their spirit that these children were missing, except for everybody on the outside who went out there searching. And I told y'all what it was. The mammy chose the street.
Right.
And the streets got the mammy children gone. So she mad at them for doing the same thing she did. Neglect them.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. That's a valid point.
She's mad at the West family, and I'm not taking up for them because I don't like neither side, for her kids missing, but she's not mad at the person that fucks her baby up to have them in the situation?
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly. So she chose the street, and the streets end up taking her babies. And that's a hard pill to have to live with. But all that deflecting shit, I knew she wouldn't buy shit when she got on there talking about something about a Christmas 2 goddamn years ago. And I kept thinking, girl,
But you know what?
About?
See, I knew something wasn't right with that because she never let the public know that she was referring to Christmas 2018. So anybody watching the story would be thinking they were talking about Christmas that week, 2020. And she did not clear it up. And don't you find that odd that you're going to spin a story that happened 2 years ago and you don't verify that you mean 2018 Christmas? So people were assuming when she was talking about they didn't take the gifts we brought, me and my mama. People in America thought she was talking about 2020 Christmas when she wasn't. She hadn't last heard or talked to them kids 2018 when she tried to make contact with them damn Christmas gifts. I just makes me sick to my stomach. All these people make me sick.
Queen, you forgot something. You forgot
Shit,
something.
what is it? What else?
I think when you first brought this story, you asked a very important question, and the source answered it for you. Remember when you said, where's Ryan Dean's parents? And most grandparents would have got the children if the daughter
Right, in the beginning, yeah.
Yes, issue.
Yeah.
I remember you asking.
Yeah.
Well, by the looks of that daddy, I can see why they didn't give it to that daddy, but we never knew about the mother.
I can't.
And was her mother living, and why did her mother step up? Since everybody else could take the kid, why didn't the mother step up? And I remember you asking about, where's Ryan Dean's parents at?
Trey has a daughter. Where's she at? Teresa, what you talking about? A daughter? Girl, you better go on with all that. Talking about he got, who his daughter is.
Who got a daughter?
Look like she talking about Trezelle. Ooh, I can't. I can't hear nothing else crazy tonight, I swear.
We're talking about the boy's biological mother when Queen asked, why did Ryan Dean's parents get her kids? And now it all makes sense. So what about the lady that was hollering about, I got 9 kids and they wouldn't let them stay with me because I got 9 kids? So all of that was a lie?
Nitra, I don't know what the hell's going on.
They got on the news hollering about, I got 9 kids and the kids couldn't stay with me because I had 9 kids. The girl got on social media on Facebook and wrote that. Lord,
girl, I'm so weak right now, I can't even think. I ain't lying. I'm weak. I need a life preserver. I need a life preserver.
The girl got
I'm weak right now.
The niece, the auntie, whoever she is.
Yeah, the sister, somebody. Hell, is that? Look. You know I'm getting ready to say, hell, is that your real sister? Shit, don't give me the line.
So this whole thing they done has been a lie.
Yeah, right.
See, that's disgusting to capitalize and want sympathy.
Right.
You couldn't do shit to the boys while they was in your presence. You ain't shit after the presence.
Yeah.
And you just been lying.
Yeah.
That's the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
Well, hell, they could put home trial with Trezelle them. They all could go down together as far as we concerned.
Yeah.
Because anybody that would lie to the general public and
about the child,
breaking down and sharing their experiences and trying to genuinely pray and hope these kids come back, and she was lying.
That's why she took that stuff off her Facebook page. I remember somebody that came in the chat saying that she took stuff off her Facebook page.
All that cash,
I said,
GoFundMe money.
No, why you take stuff off your Facebook page? For what?
I told y'all it went because I remember when she made the post about she was from this day she was gonna be a better mama and she was gonna do this and do that. And I thought it was weird. I'm like, well, what was it? I thought it was just me. And I said, oh, well, she done lost children before. She knew the routine.
Right.
But I'm finna get off here, Queen, jump back in the chat. I just wanted to come and tell you, be encouraged. We appreciate you.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, Nika.
You're the best to do it.
Thank you. Thank you for all your help with the chat.
With you.
Thank you so much.
All right, you have a good one.
I will. We'll talk later, baby, okay? Okay. Oh, I'm 2 hours and 16 minutes in. I'm going to cut this live short because Queen needs to get some rest. There is so much. Oh, my head is spinning with all this nonsense she did about her drinking while pregnant. Well, she did a whole lot of other things while drinking. Well, for those of you who are ear hustling, listening, joining in about Jacqueline, no, they didn't say much. No, she didn't say much about Jacqueline. She didn't know much about Jacqueline. Most of the commentary was about Trezell, his mother, and Ryan Dean. It has been said, yes, I have an email, but I'm not giving out any more personal information pertaining to myself because I don't want nobody else contacting me with no crazy stuff and talking crazy. I've already given out the IG. That to me is enough for people to contact me because I already had a troll just now in my IG account. So I can't give out all my personal information for crazy people to be trying to, talk crazy. I don't have time for all that. Because one thing I tell people, y'all don't know these people anyway. So only a fool will jump on and uphold somebody you do not know. You don't uphold people until you get the facts about them. And it's not to be mean. It's not to be facetious. It's just best to listen first and gather the information and then come to an opinion, form an opinion about them. But just jump out, go gung-ho about somebody because you what? You went through something similar. Doesn't work like that. You need to understand, listen to what the information is. I told you all that in the beginning, that everything you needed to know about this case was already told to you by the chief. But nobody want to hear that. Them folks had a reason for everything they did pertaining to that house, hanging around that house, not going out looking in the desert, not going to look in the ocean, not going up the highway to look, because they know more than what they have revealed to us. And it has been just utter lies, stories, made up stuff. I brought a source today. I cannot reveal the source because the source is connected, intertwined with these stupid ass people. And I'm never going to give them up. I'm never going to give up the source because they trusted me to come to me. And they've been watching all of these stories and lies for 7 weeks and never did they call anybody. So that should tell you something right there. If they wanted you all to know what they knew, they've had ample enough time to come forward and tell what they knew about Trezell, Wanda, and Ryan Dean. And let me tell you, if Ryan Dean knew who it was, she'd be a mad bitch. Do you hear what I'm saying? But see, this is what happens when you walk around here lying and spending stuff on social media. You thinking that somebody that know you, close to you, wasn't going to tell the truth. And remember, I kept telling you all that in the beginning. Why won't somebody say something? Why won't somebody tell us something about these people? Tell us something. Let us know something about them. So I guess God said, well, Angela, you done cried enough too. I'm going to send them to you. And I want to thank you, honey, because I believe what you told me. I don't think you're a liar. I don't think you fabricated anything. I don't think you fabricated anything. You told me what I already had suspected about Ryan Dean, that she didn't just lose her kids because some social worker had it in for her. Some social worker was mad at her. All this was on Ryan Dean. You had 2 years to get your kids back. You wanted to smoke marijuana, and that was what you cared more about than trying to get your children back. Didn't have anything to do with a social worker. Didn't have anything to do with a social worker. You made your own bed, and now you are paying the piper because your children got placed in foster care and adopted by these said people who now have harmed your biological children. You put yourself in this situation. And you don't have anybody to blame but yourself. Because you can't sit here and make me understand that smoking marijuana will be more important than trying to get your kids back. Fuck some weed. Who cares about marijuana? Come on now. We're not even talking about cocaine or heroin. We're talking about marijuana. You need to smoke that bad? That was more important than getting your children back? And you should have known better than to be smoking anyway, because your first child got took from you for a fractured leg. So see, that's two separate incidents. Two entirely different incidents. Your first child got harmed by some guy you were fooling with, who you left your child with. And you kept crying to everybody on social media, I wasn't there. And then you get pregnant again, and you couldn't stop smoking marijuana. And then you lied about that, about a weed card and all that old type of shit, when the source says you didn't get the weed card till after the fact. You don't care. How are you any different than Jacqueline and Trezell? You ain't no damn different. And all these people involved in this case are all cut from the same damn cloth. Everybody did what they wanted to do. Everybody cried wolf later. Everybody went to CPS trying to get a foster kid to pocket their money. Wanda West, that is what the scoop says about you as well. You a baby hoarder too. Your two friends from CPS, they're baby hoarders. One of your friends you work with, she's a baby hoarder, Miss Dora. And the other lady too. You all took in kids to supplement your bank accounts. You all ain't nothing but some old alley bats. All them rich men out there in California should have got your sugar daddy. Yeah, I said it. Should have got you a sugar daddy. For those that don't know, California, every few miles is a millionaire. Oh, Queen know her knowledge. In the state of California, every couple of miles is a millionaire. So you should have got you some sugar daddies to take care of you instead of taking in foster children. Y'all something else out there. Y'all are something else out there in Cali. Y'all done shown up, put California on the map now. Y'all are sinister. Ain't no love for you, period. I want to thank all of you for joining me. I want to thank you for hanging in there with the Queen. I want to thank my new subscribers. I want you all to mind the language. I did not mean to get jiggy in this live, to get belligerent. So for those who don't watch the Queen and know the Queen's temperament, those joining in, I want you to just look over the foul language that I use in this live, because I did not mean to get belligerent in this live. So I want you to bypass what you heard me say. But I'm sick of these stories, and I'm sick of people always trying to dupe somebody and manipulate somebody into believing stuff that they know is fraudulent and a lie. What's somebody saying in the chat? Who's the troll? I'm trying to see what y'all talking about. You're so quick to judge yourself. I don't know. They ain't talking about nothing. Yeah, Alexis, you're going to have to go back and read everything, baby. I'm just looking at y'all comments. Thank you, Tasha. Well, I was just going through the commentary. You all believe what you want to believe. I'm not one to tell anybody what to believe. You believe what you want to believe. The Queen has been woke from day one. I already knew there was some hanky-panky going on with this case. As I state, everything that the source brought to me from California tonight, I stand on what the source says. The source is woven into the situation. The source knows Ryan Dean personally. Let me say that. Personally. This is not an outsider. This is not a troll. Look me up. This person has been watching YouTube. This person has been watching all the YouTube videos. This person has been watching my commentary, and they laid quietly in the cut and did not speak up and say nothing. And they finally decided to comment yesterday. And I told that person to holler at me. Because obviously they had something they wanted to say. So you believe whatever you want to believe. It doesn't matter in the end. The focus in the end are the children and bringing the children back home. But one thing everybody needs to know, that what you have been told by the biological mother is not the spoken word and not factual. And that's the said information. So you take it how you want. It's up to you. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. If you want to contribute to the channel, Cash App, $ Big Angie 129. Thanks for joining me. If you have any information or you want to holler at the Queen, IG Big Sexy 71. God bless all of you. Thank you, nature. Sack Kings, go ask your mama where they at. You want to know where the kids are? Go ask your fucking mama. Maybe she'll tell you. I'm not what you want. I'm not what you want, baby. Y'all like playing with grown folks. That's the very reason why the kids are in the shape they in. Because a lot of y'all are silly. Silly and petty. This is my channel. I discuss what I want over here. I don't explain myself to nobody. I want to thank all of you for joining me. I want to thank my new subscribers. I want to thank all of those who joined me for hanging in with the Queen in this late hour. When I get more information pertaining to the storyline, pertaining to the missing children out of California City, I will bring you the said information. Don't take it out on Ryan Dean. We all make mistakes. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, Taylor Williams. Well, go tell that to the damn kids that's missing. You all are stupid. Go tell it to them damn kids that can't nobody find. Since y'all think this is a damn joke. 9 times out of 10, those kids are deceased. And y'all sitting up here trolling people's YouTube channels with this stupid talk. Those are real kids out there. Fuck you talking about make mistakes. Yeah, we know folks make mistakes. But those are kids. And they didn't ask to be here. And they didn't choose Ryan Dean. And they didn't choose the West family. So say that fucking psychology 101 bullshit for a kindergartner. The fuck you talking about? We don't make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Everybody ain't got no kids missing either. You people are stupid out there. Damn buffoons. That's why I keep trying to tell everybody. These stupid people that troll these damn channels, they're just like that gutter trash out there in Cal City. They're people who think just like them. Just like them. Crybabies, whiners, who are the same baseheads, heroin addicts, tweakers, pill poppers. You just like them. That's why you jumping in here trolling, because you have the same damn mindset. Goofy ass. You the same ones. They want to drop it like it's hot. Get high, geek, ride around with folks, smoke all damn day. Can't get up, go to work, go to school, get an education because you're stupid, can't read, can't write. Dumbasses. The very reason why the fucking kids are gone now. Miss me with all that ghetto ass, ratchet ass shit. Don't nobody care nothing about that life. Don't nobody care nothing about who snitching ain't snitching. Care that ghetto fabulous ass attitude out the door. There's some babies missing, and they're priority number one. And if you don't understand that, then go stick your bobblehead ass in the sandbox some damn why. How about that? Like minds. I keep telling y'all, this ain't the last time you're going to hear a story about no babies missing. Because as you see, the trolls keep coming in with that bullshit. They just like them folks out there in California. They're the same grimy ass people. Anybody that'll ride or die with a baby killer, a weed toter that don't care nothing about their kids. You think smoking and getting high and popping pills is more important than trying to raise your kids? Shazam. They just like them. They just like them. I'm out of here. God bless all of you. Thank you, Marsha. Thank you, Nietzsche. Thanks for your help. Y'all stay safe. Jenny, thanks for your testimony. God bless you. May God keep you and hold you. The Queen's out of here. Thanks a lot for your support. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful Sunday. I'm gone.